This is a reminder that when lines are in standard form, they look like this. Okay, a number times x plus a number times y equals a number. There are two methods that you can use to graph. Okay, so in the next few questions, you're going to be graphing in standard form. Now you get to choose which method you're more comfortable with. I'm just going to review the two methods, and then you get to decide, oh, I really like this one's faster for me, or I really like this one's faster and easier for me. Either way is fine. Okay, you're going to see that they're both going to result in the same graph, so it's just you get to choose. But the first method is that you're going to rearrange into slope-intercept form. So remember, slope-intercept form looks like this. So if I want this equation to look like this, I need to get y by itself. So what does that look like? Well, that first looks like this term with the x. I don't want it over here on the left. I want it over here on the right. So I'm going to write plus 4x to cancel it off this side and put plus 4x over here. So bringing down, I'm going to bring down 2y equals. These are not like terms. Can't combine those. I'm just going to bring down 4x and negative 8. Now, in order for this y to be by itself, I need to divide it by 2 because right now it's being multiplied by 2. And when I divide by 2, I divide by 2 all the way through. And I get y equals 4 divided by 2 is 2x minus 4. And this is my equation in slope-intercept form, and I'm ready to graph that, right? And I just got a lot of practice graphing that. I know that I start here, and my y-intercept is negative 4. And then my slope is 2 over 1, so I'm going to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, and my line is going to look something like this. Okay, so I can totally just graph this line using that method and only that method. Or I can use this method and only this method. Okay, so this method is to calculate and graph the x and y intercepts. So if you remember, to calculate the x intercept, what we do is we plug in 0 for y. So that looks like this. Okay, and what you'll find is that this is a lot of work if you write everything out, but you might find that you can write it out a little bit shorter. I'm going to write it the long way so you can see the process, but if you find that you're able to take shortcuts without making any mistakes, then that's okay. Okay, so here 2 times 0 is 0, right? So this just becomes 0, and so when I bring this down, this becomes negative 4x equals negative 8. Then in order to get x by itself, x is being multiplied by negative 4, so I'm going to divide by negative 4. I get x equals negative 8 divided by negative 4 is 2. So this is a point on the graph, right? This is a point where the x value is 2 and the y value is 0 because I plugged in 0 for y. Now the y-intercept, in order to find the y-intercept, I plug in 0 for x. So that looks like this. And then this negative 4 times 0 becomes 0, which leaves me with just 2y equals negative 8. And when I divide by 2 on both sides to get y by itself, I get negative 4. So that's this point. X is 0, right, because I plugged in 0 for x, and y is negative 4. So if you notice, what I could do, if let's say this graph was empty, I would graph this point, 2, 0, which is right here. And I would graph this point, 0, negative 4, which is right here, and I would say, oh, my line goes through those 2 points, and I would draw the line, and if you can see, I would end up with exactly the same line. So those are your two options when you go to graph a line in standard form.